Welcome to the second part of Chapter 7 From the Window. In the previous part, Omana told us about her journey through Goa. She saw a lot of greenery. She saw the hills, ponds, rivers, bridges, and also level crossings. Let us now see what other experiences she has got to share with us. Page 57, 17th May. The last few hours have been so exciting. After breakfast, I climbed onto the upper berth to read my comics. It was bright and sunny outside. Suddenly, everything became dark. It also felt a little cold inside. I was afraid. Then the lights in the train came on. But outside, it was very dark. Somebody said, "We have entered a tunnel. This goes right through the mountain." The tunnel seemed to go on and on. And then, just as suddenly, we were in the daylight again. Outside it was sunny, bright, and green. The train had crossed the tunnel. Appa explained that we were on the other side of the mountain. Since then, we have passed through four smaller tunnels. Now I'm enjoying going through tunnels. Do you see the map, children? These are the Western Ghats, mountains that stretch from Maharashtra to Tamil Nadu, covering Goa, Karnataka, and Kerala. At some places, these mountains have to be cut through so as to make a roadway or railway for vehicles and trains to pass. These are called tunnels. Do you know the route from Goa to Kerala has 92 such tunnels? Have you been through a tunnel? How did you feel? Children, if you've been on a train journey or even a road journey where you had to cross a mountain, I'm sure you would have been through a tunnel. So you can write your experience here. The route from Goa to Kerala has a total of 2000 bridges and 92 tunnels. Why do you think there are so many bridges and tunnels? Yes, I had given you the hint. I had explained to you in the previous slide. Because of the Western Ghats. There are a lot of mountain ranges and also many rivers in this route. So, to cross them, we need a lot of tunnels and bridges. All right? Imagine and draw in your notebook what Omana saw under the bridge when her train crossed it. Imagine if on the way there had been no tunnels and bridges. How would Omana's train have crossed the mountains? Think about it and let me know. Okay? Let us read on. Now it is afternoon. For lunch, we had idli vada that we brought from Udupi station. We also bought some bananas. These were very small and very tasty. The scene outside had changed again. Now we can see many coconut trees and green fields everywhere. Amma says that these are paddy fields. The houses and villages look very different. People's clothes are also different from what we see in Ahmedabad. Most people are wearing white or cream colored dhotis and saris. Many people who were with us from Ahmedabad have got off. People have also got onto the train from different stations. Sunil's family is getting off at Kozhikode, which comes at around 6 o'clock. We have exchanged addresses and plan to meet them in Ahmedabad. You will also like Sunil and Anne. Our country, India, has a very rich and diverse culture. Every state has its own special identity. People from different states speak different languages, wear different clothes, eat different foods. When you go to Punjab, you can taste the authentic aloo parathas or chole bhature. Nothing can beat the sweet rasagullas from Bengal. And every Gujarati loves the tepla. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra have their own special versions of dosa and sambar. When you go from one state to another, these changes in language, food, clothes, in people are very prominent. But in spite of all these differences, we all can proudly call ourselves the citizens of beloved India. And that is what unites us all. Here you can see the attires worn in Kerala and Gujarat. Find out from your parents about the culture of your state and write about it to me. Also, because of different weather conditions, the vegetation, that is the plants and the trees in states are also different. People also grow crops based on the weather, land and water conditions of the state. So, normally in coastal states like Kerala, where there is no lack of water, paddy, that is rice, is grown in fields. You also see a lot of coconut palms and banana plantains here. Now let us look at the questions on page number 58. Which languages do you speak at home? So children, you can write down the names of the languages that you speak at home. On the way from Gujarat to Kerala, Omana's train went through several states of our country. Find out and list which states it's crossed. As you see in the picture, the train crossed through Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka and Kerala. So you can write them down here. Also, in the map of India, try to locate these states and color them and label them. Alright? Did you ever have coconut water? How did you find it? Do you know coconut water is very healthy? It has got a lot of nutrients and minerals in it. There are a lot of health benefits of having coconut water. So if you have had coconut water, how did you find its taste? Write it down here. Now you have to draw a coconut tree and discuss about it. So you're going to write it down and send it to me. All right, children? Moving on to page number 59. Find out in which states these languages are spoken. Malayalam, yes, it is spoken in Kerala. Konkani in Goa. Marathi in Maharashtra. Gujarati in Gujarat. Kannada in Karnataka. Now it is night. We have also started packing up. The train will reach Kottayam in about 3 hours. That is where we have to get off. Tonight we will go to Valiamma's house. Tomorrow we will take the bus that will take us to Ammumma's village. We are all quite tired. After all, we have been on the train for 2 days. What a long journey it has been. We had a lot of fun. I will put my diary away now. I will write again after we reach Ammumma's house. After almost 2 days, Omana and her family are finally going to reach their destination. They are planning to go to her mother's elder sister's house first, and from there they will take the bus to her grandmother's village. Now Omana calls her mother's elder sister Valiamma and her grandmother Ammumma. What do you call your mother's sister and your grandmother? I'm sure in every language there is a different word for it. Okay, so you will think about it and write it down. Now let us see some more relations here. What do you call them? Your mother's sister. In English, you call her aunt, and in Hindi, Mausi. You will also write down what do you call her in your language. Your mother's mother is called grandmother in English and Nani in Hindi. Your father's sister is called aunt in English and Bua in Hindi. Your father's mother is again called grandmother in English but Dadi in Hindi. I'm sure in your language you have different names for these relations. So you will write them down here. Alright? Children, In this lesson, From the Window, Omana shared with us her experiences while traveling through the states of Goa, Karnataka, and finally reaching Kerala. In the next chapter, that is chapter 8, Reaching Grandmother's House, we will see what Omana does once she reaches her grandmother's house. Till then, I want you to go through this lesson again. Write down all the answers in your textbooks. I will be giving you some more notes, so you should write them down in your notebooks. Also, till I come up with my next video, stay safe, stay healthy. Good day, children.